What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Week 7 Apex Gold XP League. So excited to hop into some Apex Legends action today. But first and foremost, we've got to do what we always do, get the right mindset, get everybody in and thinking about the right types of stuff. So we are going to go over our GLHF pledge. When you do see this, please go ahead and give me some GLHFs in the chat. Let me see you hear me, friends. The GLHF pledge, good luck, have fun pledge, is a promise to set a positive example with my behavior, to show integrity by honoring the rules, to be a good sport whether I win or I lose, to recognize that my words have real impact, to speak up against discrimination, harassment, and abuse, to stop, listen, and reassess if I'm told that my words or actions are harmful, and finally, to respect others even if their sincere opinions are different from my own. Now, with all that said, let us go ahead and hop over into some Apex action. I am excited. I know you've all got to be excited as well, so let's get this thing rolling. We are starting out here. Map is on Kings Canyon this week, so as always, bit of a switch up from the previous weeks. We've already had our drop go through, so teams already dispersing out here around the map so far. We find ourselves for the moment with the Gnome Darts, Dr. Igneous, Welsh, and Mr. Tiger Fox. Everyone's still in that looting phase of the game, so no big elims, no big team fights hopping out onto the board just yet. People still getting kitted out, getting their stuff, getting ready to go. We may have a bit of a confrontation going on here in the middle, though. Irvine Dragons, Doom, Ogibo, and Ogibo 2. Got a bit of a doppelganger here in the midst of a bit of a conflict here. Let's take a look and see. Ogibo and Doom already getting precariously low here. The Ogibo doppelganger getting a bit low there as well. The elimination coming through, and that is going to be one squad already taken out of the picture. The victors there, the Gnome Darts over on the other side of the map here. But don't stop yet. We've got even more melee happening as well. The Gnome Blades, K-Dance, Stencily, and Fox 123. are also midway through a bit of a combat here. We see some more eliminations coming out over the map. Mr. Me getting a couple kills there. The Gnome Blades taking some pot shots from up here on this high ground position. They are going to get maybe a little bit third party here as another squad rolls in and tries to take it down. Stencil doing his best to clean it up here. Cadence very low, and Fox going down as well. Just a little bit of HP is going to get dropped there. Cadence, the last man standing. Hiding out here in the tunnel, trying to keep it up. Get a little bit of a heal put off here. The one has arrived now to take the kill, and they are going to get taken down. Unfortunately, that ploy was not nearly enough to keep them involved here in the melee. Already 16 squads left of our original 20. A really bloody match to start things off in our first round of 2 today. The Omaha Infinity, the one to pick up the kills there. The Cadence and his friends. Overjoyed Fool, Selfish Puppy, and One. I'm gonna say it's a bit of an interesting name. I can get behind the schema of naming oneself after some numbers. There's a bit to be said there. Let's move up over here, over towards containment. We see a couple of squads up here. Troy Yovo Eagles, Franklin Phoenix as well. Sitting very close on top of one another. We may see a bit of a combat coming in here very shortly. This has been a much more active game of Apex Legends than normal. The high ground here, Owen taking a couple of shots there. Does spot one out on the top of the building and trying to make it work, pushing in and try and put a little bit more pressure on. He has managed to go ahead and relocate, make it out, but does have a high ground advantage. A couple shots going to be landing there. Is all the way up. The utility coming in as well. Trying to scatter some of these players. Landed yet another shot. Owen, you are deadly with the rifle there, my friend. He does take out one there. As scouting out amongst the top here, looking for more prey. The Franklin Phoenix, a very advantageous position here up on the top of containment still. They're just looking for the heads of the enemy players here. Go over and collect here in a little bit. Looks like they have made the call to go ahead and reposition, grab some items, grab some more loot. Let's see what's going on the rest of the map. We've got another one of a melee here. Looks like the Omaha Infinity here in a little bit of a siege, trying to break into the defenses of the building here. One has already been taken out. Selfish Puppy and Overjoyed Fool on the interior there, and one doing his best to wrap around and make some more space as these players have been taken out. 15 squads left now after that conflict is wrapped up. At least for the moment. A lot of the big players are still active here as the Storm Circle is wrapping around here. Sly Fox and Mr. Me or Cincinnati Orange making their way back into the zone here. Playing out on the edge, still grabbing some more loot here. And when you're playing as a duo, that does tend to be the way to play things. Keep yourself safe. Try to guarantee some of those placement points, but they are going to be walking directly into the crosshairs here. Zero and Infinite Vibes, they're around the corner. Sly Fox has spotted them out, must be making the call. And the question is whether or not they'll go for the engage here, the airstrike coming in, or whether or not they're just going to go ahead and move away, try to preserve the lives. It does appear they're going to be making their way away rather than opting for the engagement there. Rather than going in and trying to go for some kills, maybe go for a cheeky backdoor, third party kind of an angle. They are just going to keep themselves safe here. Unfortunately, they are once again almost on a collision course with Zero and Infinite Vibes, as they're going to be wrapping around here. They may spot each other out here very shortly. It does appear that they are going to be making their way away from there rather than sticking around. So again, managing to avoid a lot of that conflict. For the most part, no real big contenders here. No big fights going on so far on the map. There was a lot of early aggression, a lot of early skirmishes. You know, let's go take a look over here. Team 18, the unnamed, for this moment, JS Legend, Ramadan.txt, and Water Can't Aim. I remember they did perform quite well last week. So interested to see what they are going to pull out of their pocket this time around. Again, considering how many teams have already been eliminated early so far in the game, it really does not come as much of a surprise that there's less skirmishing, less small fighting going on before some of these later closed-in circles.
Something good that way.
Now back over here with the gnome mowers. Air Demolition, Saberific, and I don't even know. I say MDNY Strider. Close enough, I guess. He's got his longbow in hand. Has already spotted out a couple of players there. Opted to not go ahead and take some free shots there. Still, just getting the recon, not going for a kill, not trying to give away the position here. No mowers are, I would suppose, fairly satisfied with their positioning thus far, which would explain why they are not going for any more of an aggressive push. Over somewhere else, Water Can't Aim. We were just with taking out a couple there. I saw at least a double kill for him. Excellent job, Water Can't Aim. And another fight going on here. The Franklin Phoenix, Quad Owen, and Ma Noah appear to also be in the midst of a bit of a skirmish. And this is generally how this goes. Players getting locked up in these smaller buildings, the smaller, more confined spaces. And rather than it being sort of a more premeditated and well thought out actual normal style combat, it just turns into an all-out brawl. In the short range, a lot of the time you see players, these shorter and longer ranged weapons, close down into a small area. A couple nice shots there by Owen. And the Franklin Phoenix not wanting to give up ground here. They are still in the midst of sharing some space with the Shogun here. Triangle. It's a Gate Moth, Black Belt, and Triangle XP 12. Very similarly, not wanting to give up space there. 11 squads still standing. And I do think Triangle Shogun here are going to go ahead and make that repositioning call, exiting that small space building, conceding the space, saying, all right, we respect your guns, we respect your utility, and we are going to be giving up the space in favor of a repositioning sort of angle, especially as the circle closing in. They're moving into what is going to be the next phase of combat and may be looking to take out some players during their rotations into the next circle. Lots going on around here. Franklin Samurai, as well as the Gnome Mowers. Again, all of these teams in the midst of making this rotation to the next circle. And so those who have already made their way over are going to have a much easier time just trying to take pot shots and maybe get an easy pick, an easy knock onto some of these still rotating characters. Water Can't Aim picking up another kill there onto Minky. make it a 3-piece. Water Can't Aim on an absolute rampage so far. Excellent job by him. You have to bear with me for just a moment.
Let's check out that.
Alright. Sorry about that. Was getting something fixed up here. Unfortunately, no more's Strider and Air Demolition already in a bit of a tough position here. Saberific doing his best to try and wrap things back around. And I do believe Air Demolition as well is going to be able to get the res coming through. So no more's in a little bit of a scary position there for just a few moments, but able to recover. Going to be pumping the meds there. Back looking with the Franklin Phoenix, Maw, Noah, Quad, and Owen. And it's pretty much, it's the same story across the map so far. So there's 8 squads, there's 23 players left standing. And in one case or another, basically everyone is just hanging out in some of these smaller buildings, not wanting to go out into the open and lose some of that space. Unfortunately, going for that resupply balloon, Noah and Owen both taking some pot shots there pretty much for free. Air Demolition's going to be getting another kill there onto Jade Ace. And this is where things start to get a little intense. Owen maybe biting off a bit more than he can chew, going to be the recipient of some suppressing fire there. Here with the Gnome Darts, Mr. Tiger Fox, Dr. Igneous, and Welsh in the midst of taking down another squad here. Saberific and Trider, our friends from earlier, going to be taken out there. 20 players left standing, still 8 squads. So we are going to have a number of duos and solos out here amongst the trios. Gnome Darts in a pretty good position here. They've hold themselves up amongst the alleyways here. Going to be making their way into the bottom floor of the building. Again, trying to get some meds off, pop some shield cells, keep themselves well in terms of the HP resources. Already got some barricades thrown down to fortify their position. So I would say, in terms of just space equity, they're doing pretty well, but they are going to have to reposition here very soon to accommodate for the movement of the Storm Circle. Welsh taking a couple of pot shots up there towards the upper side of the building. But unfortunately, only just 10 seconds left before they are going to have to be forced to reposition, and they are pinned down from all angles. Again, the Gnome Darts in a little bit of a precarious situation here, wrapping around through the backside of the Storm to try and reposition. And I think at least for the moment they have managed to escape. The Wolves have gone unnoticed. And they are going to be able to get the heals off and make the reposition happen. Water Can't Aim, Ramadan.txt, and JS Legend. Water Can't Aim been an absolute monster so far this game. Seen him lighten up the kill feed so far, and he is not done yet. Even more shots coming through. He's got a good high ground position here. Definitely wanting to take away the first victory of the afternoon and our first of our 2 gold Apex rounds. And they just cannot be displaced off of this high ground. 6 squads remaining, 15 players still standing, and Water Can't Aim has got his crosshairs lined up on yet another player. And the order for the push has come through. Water Can't Aim making his way around the side, trying to lock one down. And with the push is going to take him down. Sly Fox getting dropped there and is going to be eliminated. Unfortunately, back in the back lines, Ramadan in a fight of his own is going to pick up that kill there on, I believe, no, Water Can't Aim picking up one onto Mr. Me, but Ramadan does find one of his own. And this is just a massacre. It's a complete massacre. Players dropping left and right. Team 18, Ramadan and Water Can't Aim definitely capitalizing on the positioning of some of these other players being isolated out in open air. On the inside, however, the Gnome Darts, Dr. Igneous, Welsh, and Mr. Tiger Fox, very similar to what Water Can't Aim and company were doing just a little bit ago, cannot be uprooted from this position on the very interior of the Storm Circle. They've got it locked down and fortified. The area completely belongs to them, and it is going to take a massive force to get them uprooted from this position. Out on the exterior here, the Mustangs, Lumi, Sprite, Cranberry Drinker, and Fade. First time that we've seen them yet this game. Lumi already downed, and they are stuck here on the edge. The circle closing in, and they are going to have to reposition. The heat shield's going to give them a little bit of space to work with, but it is going to get taken down immediately. Having to reposition yet again. Sprite, Cranberry Drinker as well going to be taken down there, and it leaves just Fade, and he is going to be taken out by Mr. Tiger Fox, leaving just 2 squads left. Dr. Igneous, Welsh, and Mr. Tiger Fox for the Gnome Darts. And the monsters among men, Water Can't Aim and company. Leaving us with 2 squads, 2 3-man teams. But only one can survive. Only one can pick up the victory here. And both looking pretty comfortable so far. Ramadan, Water Can't Aim, and JDS Legend. Still, they have not fully committed to anything just yet. I know a couple of ultimates have already been used. And here comes the final battle. The Gnome Darts trying to steal it away, despite the brilliant, the crazy, astronomical effort given here today. And this is the final hit, the final showdown. Welsh bleeding out here in Team 18. Gonna take the first victory of the day. GG, well played, my friends. An excellent performance there by Water Can't Aim, JS Legend, and Ramadan.txt picking up that first place finish. We are going to take a moment here to go ahead and take a look at the match summary and go over our standings. I was right there. Team 18, a whopping monstrous 19 eliminations. Truly the Grim Reapers of this lobby picking up that W. Second place finish for the Gnome Darts with a respectable 6 eliminations. Mustangs in third place with 4. The Gnome Mowers in fourth with a nice 3 kills. Shogun coming up in 5th with 2. Cincinnati Orange in 6th place. A respectable 8. Second highest eliminations in the lobby for them. The Franklin Phoenix coming up in 7th with 1. The Franklin Samurai in 8th also with 1. Gnome Ants coming out in 9th. The Cupertino Grizzly coming up in 10th. Nessie in 11th. Rocky Mountain in 12th with 3. The Troy Evo Eagles 2 in number 13. Omaha Infinity 4 eliminations in 14th. Unfortunately got taken out just a little bit early there. Troy Evo Eagles 1 in 15th. The Asheville Bears in 16th. Gnome Blades in 17th. The Hanover Horde in 18th. Irvine Dragons X in 19th. And I believe we had one solo in 20th place. We'll be back in just a minute with round number 2. About 5 minutes, our last round of Apex for the day. Stick around, you are not going to want to miss it. Alrighty, welcome back everybody to round 2, our final round of Gold Apex for the week. Apologize for the delay. We were having some technical difficulties with the lobby setup and whatnot. For the most part, they have been resolved, so we are just going to try and work through the kinks as they come. That being said, we are hopping right back into some Apex action. Our victors of the last round finally identified themselves. It was the Cincinnati Black, Water Can't Aim, JS Legend, and Ramadan.txt picking up the first place finish in our first game of the day. So I just want to go ahead and give another congratulations to those players. Now here with the Hanover Horde, Slug Life, Craze, and Cookies Are Us. Unfortunately, they do seem to be in a bit of a dire situation so far. Craze 7 already taken out, and Slug Life going down as well, leaving just a single man standing to try and pick up the slack here. Okies up here on top of the, I believe it's a radio tower, watching his squad members get picked off there, trying to hide, keep himself safe, and keep the Hanover Horde in this match here. They don't seem to have been able to find him just yet, so he is going to have that opportunity to reposition. They know he's got to be somewhere close by. They are watching. They are waiting. He has got some time to work with here, so we are going to head off of him, at least for the moment. And instead are going to be joining Wellington Mustangs here, Loomy Fade, and Sprite Cranberry Drinker. God, I cannot pronounce your name, my friend. I'm so sorry. Sprite Cranberry Drinker, obviously. Come on, you gotta know him. One of my favorite names in the lobby. Every single week I laugh to myself. I see this name. It's just incredible. It's a visionary kind of name. And they are doing a bit more looting here. Out on the very exterior of the map, we see him over here. Between Swamps and Repulsor, trying to pick up some loot there. We're going to move away for the moment. Instead, we're going to go look over here. Troy Evo Eagles and Vixen EJ Dead Rider. Also in a little bit of a skirmish here. Trying to keep things working. Throwing down some utility to keep themselves safe and maybe reposition. They have got a couple players already on top here. EJ Dead Rider taking a couple of nice shots there. Has already got one player pinned down and is going to find a second there, perhaps. Almost picked it off there. And that's a nice headshot to down Grimblade. And Invixty's already been dropped out, and that is going to do it. Unfortunately, EJ Dead Rider and Invixty going to be eliminated. We're here with the Irvine Dragons X. Ogibo 1 and Ogibo 2. This is not Dr. Seuss. We've got Doom. It's a terrible joke. I apologize. I'm just having some fun here, and I hope everybody out there is too. Oh, I just realized I've not done this yet on the broadcast, so I'm going to take an opportunity to go ahead and remind everybody out there at home, fans, parents, families, and otherwise, get some water, get yourself a snack, take a stretch break, make sure that you are on board and online for the Apex Legends action we have got going on. Stay hydrated, my friends. Can't let a broadcast go by without dropping out that crucial reminder. I did see we have a couple of fans out here in the audience. Let me see if I can find some of the aforementioned players. Let's take a look around here. They may or may not still be here on the map. I'm not seeing them for the moment. We may have to check back in here in a little bit. I saw Agate's mom here. Fan of the one, the only Agate Moth. A name I do well recognize. Let's go ahead and instead take a look over here with Cincinnati Black, Ramadan.txt, JS Legend, and Water Can't Aim. Last round's victors. JS Legend already getting very low there. But some suppressing fire by Water Can't Aim and the push in as well. Going to be making some foothold here. Pushing down onto these enemy players. Has already got one elimination there onto Cadence. And Water Can't Aim, the kill leader and the victor of last round, has already found another Fox. Going to drop as well. And he is looking for more. A double kill there. Ramadan finishing things off by taking out Stencily. And that is yet another squad taken down by the unstoppable force of the Cincinnati Black. So I believe Water Can't Aim. Yeah, that is 2 kills already on the lobby. So for the moment, he is tied. And our kill leader with the Franklin Samurai, Chozo, also sitting at 2 kills there. And they seem to be looking for a repeat, is what it seems to me. Now we find ourselves with the Gnome Ants, Scribbles, Gakabolicus, and Arkham 509. And I think they're having a little bit of team infighting here, dropping some melees at each other. Oh, that was quite rough. My goodness, Scribbles, you gonna take that, my friend? I wouldn't take that if it was me. That's what I love about watching our Apex and our Fortnite players. There's so much personality. You can just it oozes from the gameplay. And Scribble's just being completely bullied by his teammates here. But they have got a good position, so you know, I guess you can justify that. Water Can't Aim, finding yet another kill. The new lobby kill leader, picking up a 3rd there. Let's go ahead and join another team. Dr. Igneous, Mr. Tiger Fox, and Welsh for the Gnome Darts. And I do see some... Oh my goodness, even more kills for the Cincinnati. They are on a rampage. You can't look away for longer than 5 seconds and they've already killed another person. I do see my audio is peaking up there a little bit, so I have to bring my audio levels down just a little bit. And there we go. We are back and we are rolling. My. 16 squads and 43 players left standing in our final round of play. There we go. We have found the man, the myth, the legend. If I could get over to his POV. Agate Moth. I did see Agate's mom out there in the chat, so let's take a look. See what you kids got cooking here for the Triangle Shogun. It does seem that they are just kind of chilling out here for the moment. We're gonna have something cooking here very soon.
Hey mates, let's go OT.
I do see a lot of teams here, lots of squads condensing here in the center. Owen, Mon, Noah, and Quad going to be coming up on the heels here of Agate Moth and company. I do not think Shogun are going to notice them just yet. But our kill leader, Water Can't Aim, JS Legend, and Ramadan also going to be making their way up and around the backside here as the circle continues to condense. A bit of a skirmish going on here as well. The Gnome Darts, Dr. Igneous, Mr. Tiger Fox, and Welsh. It appears that they are in a bit of a fight here. Getting pinched in here. Gloomy Fade and Sprite Cranberry Drink from Mustangs here on their tails. And they have been located, have been found. Going to be rolling up on the squad here very soon. Lots of damage coming out. No kills just yet. Zoned away there for the moment. not able to walk through that turbulent landmine. And Louis trying to line up the crosshairs there and find the heads of some enemy players. And I think they have been spotted out there. Sprite Cranberry Drinker has made the call for the push in. Perhaps a counter engage coming in as well. Mustangs thought that they were safe and on top of things, but now in a retreat there. They are in some trouble here. Fade very, very low now. Making their way out into the storm to try and wrap back around to get back into the ring. Fade going to go down there. And things looking pretty critical for the moment. Lumi going to get the res off at least. As they continue to make their way in. Fade taken out again. And they are on the run. Sprite Cranberry Drinker going to be going down as well. Lumi, the last one standing on the outside of the storm. In a little bit of a 1v1 skirmish here. And is going to be taken out. 12 squads remaining. 32 players left standing. And that was the Gnome Darts, Welsh, Mr. Tiger Fox, and Dr. Igneous. The victors in that battle, taking out Sprite Cranberry Drinker and his friends.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
No worries. You just only want. Black market here. In the mood for some shopping?
Back over with the Triangle Shogun now. Triangle XP12, Black Belt 19, and Agate Moth. Agate Moth? Agate Moth? I never know. So I'm just going to keep pronouncing it differently because I'm having fun with it. So they are still in the process of getting some more resupply going through. And now taking a little bit of shots. You know, you bring a little bit of attention to yourself there. By doing it, now you gotta break back into your own building. So, you know, it's a little bit of a give and take. It's a bit of a trade. A lot going on here on our northeastern side here. Rocky Mountain here. Golden Striker, Master Grubby, and Speed Shooter 67. Also, God, everyone's just on the brink of getting taken out here. One player already taken out of the equation. Franklin Phoenix is not even over here. Troy Evo Eagles 2, Council 911, and Sin, come on in. Got a bit of a cheesy angle here, backing around a corner. So they're waiting for somebody to step through and into their crosshairs. But for the moment, does not appear that they are going to have anybody to shoot at. Gnome Darts, Dr. Igneous, Mr. Tiger Fox, and Welsh are currently under fire by last game's victors. Things not looking too good. Dr. Igneous under fire once again, trying to put on some meds and keep himself up. Welsh has already been taken down.
There's an enemy here. They're
Back around the corner here now. Trying to make it work. Trying to fend them off. Ramadan.txt going to be taken out there. And now Dr. Igneous on the chase. Trying to finish it off. Trying to take down last round's winners, last round's champions. And JS Legend is going to be taken out. Ramadan TXT dropped as well. And Dr. Igneous now the new kill leader with 4 of the Gnome Darts in control all of a sudden.
position here.
Over here with Zero, Minty, and Infinite Vibes on the edge of the storm. We're seeing this from a lot of these teams, just hanging out on the very edge of the storm. I wonder if they know that there was another squad just slightly to the north of them doing the exact same strategy. You would have to assume not. Unfortunately, that strategy may be coming to a close here. Sin coming in already taken out. And Council going to drop as well. That is going to do it for them. Mr. Tiger Fox, the one to deliver the killing blow. The Gnome Darts on an absolute rampage. 10 squads, 25 players left standing. We mention it time and time again, but only one of these squads is going to be able to pick up the victory today. Nine squads now left standing. The Fool and Minty are taken out. Secret Panda 617 will be taken out by Dr. Igneous as he gets yet another elimination. Mr. Tiger Fox with a takedown onto Chozo as well. And again, the Gnome Darts are hunting. They're looking for more players, trying to hunt him down, and they are going to find him. Secret Panda, not so secret anymore, unfortunately, is going to get dropped. Zool and Swifty now. Ah, team don't start. My favorite.
Dead box here. Hostile spotted.
Come with me, over here.
Let's take a look at the Franklin Phoenix here. Quad, Maw, Noah, and Owen got a nice high ground position here in the center. They're also in what is going to be yet another storm circle, so they have got to be a bit pleased about that. Got that bit of an overlap. Owen with his bow check, taking a number of shots there. Not gonna, I've got to respect the bow users in this game. That is not an easy weapon to use. Taking some shots here with the minigun as well. That is the potency of these high ground angles. Owen's going to be preventing any of these players from getting any forward movement, trying to make it up onto the position now. Taking some more pot shots. First one goes a little bit wide. They've got some positioning here back behind the rock. As the utility comes down, he lines up another shot, lands one there. Going to be looking for a nice headshot as well, and make it a double as Owen, the double shot, takes out Welsh. Now with the Irvine Dragons X, Ogibo 1, Ogibo 2, and Doom. 7 squads, 17 players left standing. And we are coming into that critical final moment. Everything is about to break loose here in just a moment. The squads have got to be swarming around like flies. The Franklin Phoenix still trying to pin down a couple players. Owen, you are lethal with the bow check, my friend. And now he's back on the minigun trying to take some more shots, but maybe not. Back to the bow. And I think the call has been made to go ahead and make that rotation. 6 squads left as Infinite Vibes and Minty are going to be taken out. Golden Striker falls as well. Swifty finding a kill. Ogibo trading it back. Swifty going to go down as well. And now there's only 4. As I mentioned, things really starting to pick up here in our last couple of minutes of play.
Making contact with enemy.
0, the last man standing here for the Bearded Dragons. Minty and Infinite Vibes already taken down. And he has got to do his best to just simply try and survive. Only 4 squads left standing. The Shogun, the Franklin Phoenix, the Irvine Dragons, and the Bearded Dragons, the only ones left, the only contenders for that final first place finish of the day. I do think they finally have realized that there are a couple players on the interior of the building that they still have the high ground on. Owen trying to line up some more shots here, but taking some more fire from the low ground. Going to be almost breaking his shield there. Quad and Maw Noah still on the top trying to reposition. Have got some barriers thrown down. They can't weasel out these players just yet. They are still quite holed up. The Irvine Dragons X as well. Double Ogibo and Doom trying to make their way around the side here. Have not made the push yet. 0, the solo still trying to keep himself alive here. 10 players left, so 3 squads of 3. And our single Soa, Maw Noah, going to be taken down there by Doom. And is going to get dropped there. Agate Moth, the Triangle Shogun, Triangle XP 12, going to be taken down there. Black Belt 19 getting dangerously low as well. Just a sliver of HP left. still trying to get some shots out there. 3 squads and 7 players left. Agate Moth finds a double kill. Making it a 3-piece. Agate Moth, you are a monster! Still making it work. Trying to take a lot of close range shots. In 1v1 now. As this quarry makes it up and around on the high ground, trying to go for the flank. A nice shot on the outside. 2 squads left. Agate Moth is not going to make it work. And the Bearded Dragons, I do believe, are going to be the champions. Zero minty and infinite vibes. Zero as a solo. Coming around and stealing away what would have been the first place guarantee. Zero the hero. And for the last time today for Apex, let's go ahead and take a look at our match summary. See what we've got going on. The Bearded Dragons, 0. The Savior, 8 kills and a first place finish. Shogun in second with 5. The Irvine Dragons X coming up in third with 2. The Franklin Phoenix with 6 coming up in fourth. Don't start. In fifth with 2 eliminations. Rocky Mountain in 6. The Gnome Darts with 12 eliminations. Coming up in 7th place, Robbery. Cupertino Grizzly in 8th with 2. The Franklin Samurai in 9th with 5. Cincinnati Orange in 10th with 2. The Troy Evo Eagles 2 and 11th. Cincinnati Blacks, last round's champions, in 12th place with 9 eliminations. Mustangs 13th with 1. Omaha Infinity in 14th with 1. The Gnome Ants in 15th. The Asheville Bears in 16th with 2. Gnome Mowers in 17th. The Gnome Blades in 18th. Troy Evo Eagles in 19th. And bringing up the rear, the Hanover Horde, your 20th place winners. That is going to do it for our coverage of Apex Legends Gold today. Stay tuned. We'll be back very, very shortly. Coming up with Fortnite Silver. Be back shortly.